uh, we at Think India have felt the need to bind the students with the Indian nationalistic string and to harness them as a part of our national treasure to further our aim for national reconstruction. Thinking this in mind, Good Governance Week is organized to empower the youth with the idea of India to follow the path and the courage and the wisdom of our beloved Honorable Prime Minister late Pandit Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji. For this, we have with us Shri Shantanu Gupta ji. Shantanu Gupta ji is the founder of the leading youth-based organization Yuva Foundation, who is working with youth on spreading awareness on public policy, awareness among youth, and social issues. In the past, he has worked in renowned think tank Center for Civil Society. Shantanu ji has worked in the hinterlands of Bundelkhand with UNICEF in Uttar Pradesh. He has also led a large-scale remedial education interventions with the Nandi Foundation in Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra, and New Delhi. He has represented India in various international conferences in Germany, Malaysia, and Sri Lanka, and the list is countless. Above all, he is the founder of Ramayana School, which is our main topic, that the leadership lessons from Ramayana. Ramayana School explores and contextualizes the life lessons from Ramayana and contextualize it according to the present times. Ramayana School team has uh, meticulously developed various innovative tools to dive deep into the stories, conversations, and characters of Ramayana and to translate them into the real life learnings for children, parents, families, peers, educators, and entrepreneurs. It would be a great experience learning the leadership lessons from Ramayana from you, sir. Floor is yours, sir. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, Aditya. Am I audible properly, Aditya?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Aditya, there is a beep sound coming every 4 or 5 seconds. So I request everyone to mute themselves apart from me.
So actually, that's a system of Cisco WebEx. I mean, there's some glitch which is in Cisco WebEx intentionally. So we have to mute. Yes, we have to mute people.
Aditya, actually, when many people are joining in, even right now, that beep sound is due to joining.
Okay, the joining sound is the beep sound.
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Okay. I'll not get distracted. Okay, so namaskar everyone, but even then I request everyone, all the hosts to mute themselves and if they want to intervene, they can intervene. So I'm Shantanu. You might have seen me on TV channels shouting on TV panels, debates. I'm biographer of Yogi Adityanath. But today I'm with you as a founder of Ramayana School. And in the next almost 50 minutes, we will discuss in short, though I do a 6-day long workshop, 10-day workshops. But today, and you are a very educated lot, in next 45-50 minutes, I'll try to communicate what is the essence of Ramayana, right? I'm sure we all know the stories of Ramayana, right? We know how Bhagwan Ram was born and then he eliminated Ravana. But again, between their journey from he being born, then he eliminating Ravana, what all happened? How from a King Ram he became God Ram, Bhagwan Ram, and what lessons, life lessons, leadership lesson, entrepreneurship lesson can we learn from that life, right? And Aditya, I'm sure everybody can use the chat box. They can see the chat, right? Aditya? Anybody from the organizer can answer. All the participants can access the chat window, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Accessible.
Okay, so keep responding because I can't unmute you, many of you, and can't take responses. So first of all, go to this link. I will do the whole workshop on this link. I'm copy pasting it multiple times so that you'll not miss. Just open this, and you can see my screen also, but you have to respond for a lot of questions. So this is a tool where you can respond to questions, right? If anybody has any query, they can type on the chat window. Okay, so I'm assuming you all have opened the link. Okay, so let's learn from Ramayana, the life of Rama from Ramayana School. We call it leadership lessons from Ramayana. Okay, so which city, country are you living in right now in the lockdown? Can you all respond? I just want to see so that I can use the references of that city, that place. On your Menti window, menti.com window. Very interesting. Okay, Muzaffarnagar, Lucknow, Mumbai, Bultana, Chandigarh. Vidisha, okay. We reached MP. Go UP again. Chandigarh, interesting. Muzaffarnagar, Mumbai, okay. We've reached Maharashtra. Ajmer, Aligarh, Gwalior, okay. So I see largely from Uttar Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh currently. Someone says India. That's lovely, right? Nidhi Jain, Rudrani, Isha, I request all of you to join on Menti link. I'm giving you the Menti link in the chat window. And organizers, keep giving this Menti link to the new joinees, if I may forget. Okay. Lovely. Okay, so we have a lot of people from various parts of India. Lovely. That's lovely. Okay. So now, just give me a second. Waiting. Okay. I'm not so familiar with Cisco window. It's not showing me the next button all of a sudden. I don't know why. Just give me a second. I'm just figuring the technology. Someone saying there's disruption in sound. Is my sound audible?
So you are completely and clearly audible.
Okay.
Issues from the participants side.
Okay. All of a sudden, I'm not able to use the next button. Just give me a second. Can I stop sharing for a while? So I can set it. Technology helps us, but technology also ditches us sometimes, isn't it? And from last 9 months, we all are slaves to technology, thanks to Corona. Just give me a second. I'm trying to figure out something. I got it. Okay, I'm trying to share my window back. No. Okay, share screen. Is my screen visible again? I'm sure it is. Okay. So you are from various countries. How many live this? Where did you learn from your Ramayana? I'm sure you all know Ramayana in some way or the other. Did you learn from the TV serial, or you read all the 24,000 of shlokas of Valmiki Ramayana or Tulsi Ramayana, or you read some comic book, or through parents, grandparents? Let's see, from where did you learn your Ramayana? All of you, no laziness. Please respond. Keep responding. And Aditya, can you keep giving this link to everyone? So not on the chat window. I don't want to respond on the chat window, Erika. I want to respond on this link. I'm giving you a link on so that I can get a sense. Okay. Only 16 of you have responded till now. 19 of you. Okay. So Ramanand Sagarji's serial and parents and grandparents seems to be the most popular source of knowing Ramayana. This is good and bad both. Good that you all know Ramayana in some capacity, but the bad is that you have not read the original Valmiki Ramayana. I keep requesting. It's a seminal text. It's a biography written by Rishi Valmiki of Lord Rama. We all should read it page by page, shloka by shloka. Right? Lovely. Okay, so if you all know Ramayana, is website not responding? Some people saying website not responding. Then no, a lot of people are already responding to it. So I think it is responding. Check your internet connection and maybe your browser. So shall I test you in Ramayana? Shall I ask you some questions on Ramayana? Yeah, you can change the browser. You can try in Chrome, Safari, and then it will work. Okay. So join this quiz with your proper name and let's see. Keep joining. And we will do a quiz. We will do a maybe 8-9 question quiz. Before starting the session, let me see how good Ramayana do you know. Okay, and whoever will come first this quiz, I will request the organizer to come to my Yoga Nityanand. There'll be a complimentary gift to the winner of the quiz. I'll send the personally signed copy of my book, The Monk Who Became Chief Minister, Biography of Yogi Adityanath, to you. The quiz, Bhuvnesh, is in this link. I'm sure you all are technically expert, and almost 40 people have already joined the quiz. Okay, so without delaying, you keep joining, and let me start the quiz. Quiz will be on your window only for 10 seconds. Who wrote original Ramayana? And don't give the answer on chat, give the answer here. Rishi Valmiki, Rishi Vashishta, Rishi Vedavyasa, Rishi Vishwamitra. Who wrote original Ramayana? There are various versions of Ramayana. From the original Ramayana till Amish Tripathi's version, but there are who wrote the original Ramayana? Rishi Valmiki, Rishi Vashishta, Rishi Vedavyasa, Rishi Vishwamitra. 86% of you are right. Rishi Valmiki wrote the original Ramayana. Beautiful. Question number two. Was Rishi Valmiki contemporary of Lord Rama? Meaning, were they occurring on the earth at the same time? Yes or no? Were they occurring on the same time? Interesting. The answer is yes. There is a discussion between Ram and Valmiki ji and Valmiki Ramayana. Okay. Take a challenge to yourself in the next couple of years. Try to complete reading all 24,000 shlokas of Valmiki Ramayana. Try reading at least 15-20 shlokas a day. Valmiki Ramayana has about how many sargas, chapters? The chapters are called sargas. How many of them? 108, 1008, 645 or 6? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. The answer is 645. Only 9% of you are right. Valmiki Ramayana has about 645 chapters. Okay. Question number 4 in front of all of you. Valmiki Ramayana has about how many shlokas? I request all the organizers to mute themselves, please. Valmiki Ramayana has how many shlokas? 108, 1008, 24,000 or 5,000? The correct answer is 24,000 shlokas and 645 chapters. Okay. Question number 5 in front of you. Check it now. In which kind of Valmiki Ramayana, Mata Sita was kidnapped by Ravana? The whole story got twisted. Rama and Lakshman have already completed almost 12.5 years of Vanavasa. And Mata Sita got kidnapped by Ravana. Which Kand was that? Balakand, Kishkinda Kand, Yuddha Kand or Aranya Kand? The correct answer is Aranya Kand. Lot of catching guys. It's good to feel good about Shri Ram, but we should also learn about him. Only talking about him will not help. Lord Rama was whose avatar? This is a simple one. Lord Rama was whose avatar? Bhagwan Ram kiske avatar the? Lord Brahma, Lord Vishnu, Lord Shiva, Lord Krishna. Lord Vishnu, 94% of you are right. Beautiful. Okay, next question in front of you. Valmiki Ramayana is written in which language? That's the easy one. Valmiki Ramayana is written in which language? Sanskrit, Pali, Awadhi or Hindi? Valmiki Ramayana is written in which language? It has shlokas, so it has to be Sanskrit. One of the ancient languages and a very scientific language. In which Kand was Rama born? Bhagwan Ram was born in which Kand? Balkand, Yuddha Kand, Kishkinda Kand or Ayodhya Kand? Question number 9. Question number 9. Keep answering on the link. Keep answering on the link. In which Kand Rama killed Ravana? In which Kand Rama killed Ravana? Balkand, Yuddha Kand, Kishkinda Kand or Ayodhya Kand? Balkand, Yuddha Kand, Kishkinda Kand. Yuddha Kand it is. Yuddha Kand it is. Okay. So let's see how people. Okay, people have not written their names and they will not get the prize. I doubt anybody of you are Ronald or Tom or Gal or Hula Hoop or Earthman. Okay, anyways. Okay, so doing good. We'll ask some more questions going away. Let me start the session. So this is the way our Valmiki Ramayana is organized. We have various Ramayana. Tulsi Ramayana, Kalidas Ramayana, Kamman Ramayana, Adhyatma Ramayana. But we will go through the original Valmiki Ramayana. There are 7 kands, 645 chapters, 24,000 shlokas, Balakand, Ayodhya Kand, Aranya Kand, Kishkinda Kand, Sundar Kand, Yuddha Kand, and post-war there was Uttarakhand. Let me start with Balakand. I will use a lot of tools, right? I will use the original Valmiki Ramayana text. I'll pick some leadership lessons. I'll keep quizzing you, some fact checking, a lot of Ramayana idioms and phrases. I'll request you to trace Rama and Ravana within you. And towards the end, we'll see some brave ones can kill the Ravana within them. I will take you to the Ramayana journey. I'll show you a lot of places from Ayodhya to Sri Lanka where Ramayana legends are still present, right? We'll do some what if analysis and a lot of puzzles and games during this session, right? Okay, so we'll start with Balkand. Can you guess from where is this picture? I clicked this picture myself. This is Ayodhya. I think someone is not mute. I'm hearing a lot of keyboard clutter. Can everyone mute themselves? Thank you. Okay, this is from Ayodhya. This is the pillar just outside of Ayodhya. When you enter, Bhagwan Ram will welcome you. Right? This is the Bala Rupam of Bhagwan Ram, which is not so common. Bala Rupam of Lord Krishna is very common. And if you want to change this picture to a Krishna picture, what will you do? What will you add? What will you delete? If you want to change this picture to Krishna's picture, Lord Krishna's picture, you'll add a feather, Shreyas. Exactly. We'll add a peacock feather, moorpank, Himal. इसमें एक मोरपंख लगा देंगे और क्या हटा देंगे? What we have to remove? We have to remove bow and arrow. और हमको एक flute भी लगानी पड़ेगी, एक बांसुरी भी लगानी पड़ेगी. Right? Beautiful. Okay, so let me jump straight into the story. Let me show you first the context. We are talking about the Kosala Empire. The Kosala Empire. Ayodhya was the capital. We are talking about the times of King Dashrath. And Dashrath was a solar dynasty king. Right? He was a Suryavanshi, and he had 3 queens, Kaushalya, Kekai, Sumitra. They had a Kulguru, a dharmic advisor. Every kingdom used to have a dharmic advisor who can help the king to take a right decision, the just decision, right? Ayodhya was very happy. The whole of Ayodhya was very prosperous. They were happy. They had money. They had health. No corona at that time. They had a very strong army. Everyone was happy, right? But Dashrath had a problem. Keep talking to me in chat. Dashrath had a problem. What problem Dashrath had? Prabhakar, Sandeep, tell me. Amita, no heir, no child. Exactly. No child. King Dashratha's problem was who will take care of Ayodhya after him? Exactly, Maitri. Who will take care of Ayodhya after him? And then, on the advice of his guru, he organized Putra Kameshti Yagna. Putra Kameshti Yagna. Right? And who did Putra Kameshti Yagna? Who was called? Expert was called. His name is Sage Rishi Rishashinga. What's the name? Not Vishwamitra Ji Ramya. Rishi Rishashinga. Rishashinga. Just say it aloud. I know you are muted, just say it in your house. Right? Rishi Rishashinga. So Rishi Rishashinga was called. You know why he was called? Because this was a complicated text. This was a complicated text. This was a tough text. Right? Complicated procedure to do this Putra Kameshti Yagna. So an expert has to be called. And you know how Dashrath went to get him? He was not living in Ayodhya. He was living outside. King Dashrath went without the crown. He went without the footwears. He went barefoot. He did not go in his chariot. Right? He did not go with his protocol, without his security guards. Why? Because Rishi is such an expert. I want you to be such an expert. Tell me, what do you want to become in life? What do you want to become in life? Mute yourself and tell me what you want to become in life. I'm waiting. Go on Menti and tell me what you want to become in life. No, not here, on the Menti screen. Just type it out what you want to become in life. And mute yourself. I'm hearing some murmur. What do you want to become in life? Keep telling me what you want to become in life. Lovely, politician, diplomat, prime minister, successful, Indian, writer, IS officer, legal expert. Oh wow! Organizers, do take a screenshot of this.
Sure, sir.
Lovely picture, right? Army officer, okay, judicial officer, prime minister, civil servant. Some say I'm confused. Oh, being confused is also a good thing, you know. If you're not confused, you'll not think. Okay, so you want to become so many things, right? Oh, Sandeep Sharma is saying another Shantanu Gupta, sir. That's a big statement. Thank you for that. But I want all of you to become the expert in whatever you want to do, right? I want you to be the Rishi Singh of your field, and that's my leadership lesson number one. That's my leadership lesson number one. Experts are valued even by kings, so develop expertise, right? Experts are valued even by kings. Rishi Singh was valued by King Dashrath. He went there without the protocol, without his crown, without his footwear, without his soldiers, without his chariot. He went walking because Rishi Singh was such an expert. I want all of you to be an expert in a field. Work hard. You can't be expert in 10 things. Take one thing, take two things. Like Swami Vivekananda said, take a aim, keep working towards it, keep working towards this till the time you get it. Be an expert, whatever you want to do, right? Till the time you achieve it, till the time you become the Rishi Singh of that field. Right? That's my leadership lesson number one today. Keep tracing your Rama and Ravana inside you. Right, Ashman? See, we all have Rama inside us. We all have Ravana. I'm sure you all agree. Right? Keep typing me in chat if you agree with me. Right? We all have Rama inside us. We all have Ravana inside us. Idea is to identify the Rama qualities and identify the Ravana qualities. Right? And keep increasing the Rama qualities, lowering the Ravana qualities. So during the session, keep identifying your Ravana qualities. Right? Okay. So after the yagna, we got 4 beautiful children, right? Rama gone to Kaushalya, Bharat born to Kekai, and Lakshman and Shatrughan twins born to Sumitra ji. Okay, now is the training time. And who's the trainer? Who is the teacher? Rishi Vashishta was the teacher. Rishi Vashishta, who was the Kul Guru of Ayodhya, was the teacher, right? He trained them in everything. That was a Gurukul form of education, right? He trained them in everything, from the art of running a state, politics, economics, welfare state, using weapons, everything, right? And they all got trained. They were getting trained. And one day comes Vishwamitra to Ayodhya, right? One day comes Vishwamitra to Ayodhya. This is Dashrath Mahal. I clicked myself. A lot of you have not been to Ayodhya. In fact, everyone should visit Ayodhya. Temple will, the grand Ram temple is anyway getting built. It will take 2.5 to 3 years. But even then, before that, you all should go to Ayodhya once and click these pictures yourself. First selfie should be in front of Dashrath Mahal, isn't it? Isn't it lovely? I clicked this picture myself. This is not a internet picture. It's a lovely, lovely palace, isn't it? So colorful. It's called Dashrath Mahal Ayodhya, where all of this is happening. So Vishwamitra ji comes and he takes away Ram and Lakshman, and he said, I want their help to kill Talaka, Marich, Subahu. There are a lot of demons who are troubling the rishis, right? And he tells them a lot of stories. How King Bhagirath brought river Ganga to earth. He told the story of Samudra Manthan, the whole story of Kumbha, right? That's why I keep giving this idiom. Whenever you want to use this term Herculean effort, replace it by the term Bhagirath effort. Isn't it better? Akshay, Hemal, Mahendra, Prabhakar, Shreyas. That's a better term, right? If someone says, Akshay, if your friend is doing a phenomenal work, you say, what a Bhagirath effort. Narendra Modi is doing such a Bhagirath effort for the country. Virat Kohli won the match through his Bhagirath effort. Vishwanathan Anand won the match through Bhagirath effort. Scientists of ISRO and DRDO have done Bhagirath effort, right? Whoever is developing a vaccine against corona, doing a Bhagirath effort, right? We should use the Ramayana terms, the terms from our scriptures, terms from our history in our day-to-day parlance, right? Okay. Okay. Who was the first Rakshasa Rama and Lakshmana faced? This is the first time they're out of their palace. This is the first time they're out of the palace, which is the first Rakshasa they're going to face. Marich, Talaka, Subahu, or Vatapi. Okay. 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 Talaka is the correct answer. Talaka is the correct answer. Answer to this and listen to the question first. Imagine you are in Delhi and you are about to miss a flight. Don't answer right now. Just wait for my question to finish. You are about to miss a flight. You have to travel to present a paper in the United States of America, right? It's a very expensive ticket that you've bought. Getting late. You're stuck in traffic. What will you do? You'll break the red light. You'll take a U-turn, wrong U-turn. You'll overspeed to reach early, or you follow the traffic rules and miss the flight. It's an expensive flight. Don't give me a good answer. Give me a practical answer. Don't give me a nice answer, right? Because I'll not know who will answer what. Come as a graph to me. I will not know who has answered what. So you are about to miss the flight, Prabhakar ji. What will you do? You'll break the red light, you'll take a wrong U-turn, you'll overspeed. Everyone please mute themselves. Someone is not muted. Okay, so only 7% will follow the rules. 93% of you will not follow the rules. Okay, that's good. Let's see what Rama did to handle his crisis. This is a crisis situation, right? You are about to miss a flight. That's the crisis that you're about to face. Let's see how Bhagwan Ram faced this. The first crisis came to Rama is Taraka. Till now, he was nicely in the palace of Dashrath. The first time, he's facing a crisis. Taraka is standing in front. He's ready with his bow and arrow. And he's about to shoot. And he said, no, I cannot kill her. No, Vishwamitra asked, why? He said, she's a woman. She's a woman. I can't hurt a woman. Right? I can't hurt a woman. I'm being taught that don't hurt a woman. Then Vishwamitra said, you are right, my boy. I also teach the same thing to my students. Guru Rishi Vasishtha is amazing guru. But she's only in the body of the woman. She doesn't have the karuna, daya, mamta of the woman. She doesn't have the compassion of the woman. She kills children. She kills women. She kills rishis. She kills men and women both. So it's right to kill her. It's right to eliminate her. Right? And when the moral compass of Rama was satisfied, then only he shot that. Right? Isn't it amazing? And that's my next leadership lesson. Uphold high moral standards even in the time of crisis. Even in the time of crisis, uphold high moral standards. Just 2 minutes back, only 9% of you were ready to follow the standards in the time of crisis. That's why I just wanted to show a mirror. Right? See, Rama is not known. We don't pray Rama because he's a practical person. He sets the example for us in everything. In everything, he sets an example. Right? So uphold high moral standards even in the time of crisis. Right? Like Rama did. Okay. So Rama eliminated everyone. And then he went to Janaka's court, broke the Dhanush, Shiva's Dhanush, and got married to Mata Sita. Okay, you all know this. And when they came back after the marriage, Rani Kekai gifted us Kanaka Bhavan. This is also in UP. I cleared this picture myself. Such a lovely, lovely Bhavan it is. It's called a Kanaka Bhavan. What is the meaning of Kanak? Tell me in chat, guys. What is the meaning of Kanak? Sona, gold, yeah. So this palace looks like gold. So this was gifted by Kekai to Ram and Sita as like a wedding gift. Okay. So now we move to Ayodhya Kand. If in one word you want to represent Balakand, what will be that? What is the main incident of Balakand? Tell me. I'm waiting in the chat. I want you to remember every Kand with marriage, or I'll say, go by the name. Child activities, Priya. Thank you, Priya. So, in fact, Amita, you're also right. So, Balakand is about childhood of Rama and getting married to Mata Sita. Right? Because in whole of Ramayana, 3 characters are very important. In fact, 4 characters are important. Ram, Lakshman, Sita, Hanumanji, and Ravan. Right? Ravan is also very important. We learn a lot of things from Ravana. These 5 characters. So, by now, we are already introduced to 3 characters. We introduced to Rama, we introduced to Lakshmana, we introduced to Mata Sita. Right? The childhood of Rama and getting married to Mata Sita. Now we reach to Ayodhya Kand. Now we reach to Ayodhya Kand. So Dashrath decided that I should call everyone, all the kings nearby, all the people's representative, to kind of do a voting, to do kind of discussion that who should be the next king after me. And after a long discussion, everybody judged down on the name of Rama because he's the best person. He knows justice. He knows politics. Right? He's good in war weapons. Right? He's the best person. And the best part is people love him. People love him. So there's a sense of democracy even then. People's representative were considered the best king. Right? And Rama was declared that he will be put on the throne the next day. But I'm sure you all know Kekai and Manthara conspired. And asked for Vanvas for Ram, for 14 years of Vanvas for Ram, and asked for Bharat to become the king. So tell me, imagine you are King Dashrath And KK asked these two demands to you. And these two promises of KK are not even written promises that she will challenge in any court, right? What will you do? You will reject, and these are weird demands. You will reject the demands because you love your son. You will reject the demand because you love Ayodhya. Ayodhya will lose such an amazing king. Or you will agree to the demand because it's your promise. Give me a practical answer, not a goody-goody answer. Or you will ask, okay, your two promises are fine, but don't ask these weird things. Ask me something better. Everyone mute themselves. Somebody is not unmuted.
Apologies, Shantanu sir. Actually, I am not on. So
Okay.
if you can bear with it.
Okay. Okay. So 50% will agree to the demands and rest 50% will almost not agree to the demands. Right? Let's see what King Dasharatha had done. King Dasharatha agreed to the demand because he said, promise is a promise. I have to walk the talk. As someone said, Sandeep, you're right. Raghukul Reet Sada Chali Aayi, Pran Jaye Par Vachan Na Jaye. Right? Raghu was one of the very famous kings in the Shvaku dynasty, in the Solar dynasty, and he set the trend that the kings of their dynasty are ready to lose their life, but not their word. Right? That's why promise is a promise. You don't practically wait that will I be better off or worse off? Because you've done the promise, you've done the promise. Walk the talk. Walk the talk. Right? Okay. I'm skipping a lot of leadership principle. So I have taken this slide from my main 5-day, 6-day session. So the number will be skipping. I'll be skipping the number. So overall, there'll be 25 lessons. I think in 1 hour session, I'll be talking about some 7-8 leadership lessons. Now,
Apologies, Shantanu sir, but your screen is not visible. If you can. Now it's correct. Yes,
Okay.
sir. Now it's visible.
Okay, thank you. So now we move to Aranyakand. So Ayodhya Kand, Balakand, we remember by childhood and marriage with Mata Sita. How will you remember Ayodhya Kand? What is the one word, what main incident of Ayodhya Kand? In the chat. Exile, Shresth Tiwari, thank you. Gitanjali, thank you. Exile, Vanvas and promise. Thank you, Tanish. Thank you, Shruti. Okay, now we move to Aranyakand. They've already spent almost 12 and a half years in jungle. Now they have reached Maharashtra. They were in Ayodhya, moved to Chitrakoot, spent a lot of time in Dandaka Aranya, which is today's Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand. Right? And one day, Mata Sita, she sees. Just give me a second, guys. I'll just attend an urgent call. She sees one golden deer, right? And he tells Rama that please get this deer for me. I want to play with it. Such a lovely deer, right? Such a lovely deer. But was the deer really golden? Tell me in the chat. Was the real deer really golden? No. And that's that everything that glitters is not gold. Beware of golden deers. Right, Prabhakar? Bhuvnesh? Chetan? And in fact, Piyush, don't we make a lot of the choices based on how glittery the things are? We choose our friends based on how good they look. We choose our life partners based on how good they look. We even eat food which may look good, may not be the healthiest of the food. Right? 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 And that's what this is telling us. Everything that is glittering is not gold. Right? Okay, we all know what happens then. We all know what happens then. Bhagwan Ram goes behind the golden deer. Lakshman also has to go. Ravana comes from the back and kidnaps Mata Sita. Right? And then Jatayu tells them the clue that Ravana has taken her and gone towards south. Then a demon Kabanda also tells that you should go to Sugriva and meet, and that's how we land in Kishkinda Kand. We move to the next Kand, Kishkinda Kand. Tell me in Aranyakand, how will you remember Aranyakand? Balakand by childhood, Ayodhya Kand by exile, and Aranyakand by abduction. Shrestha Pari. Thank you. The kidnapping. Exactly. Sita Haran. Sita Haran. We land Kishkinda. We land to now Kishkinda, Karnataka. Kishkinda is in Karnataka in Bellary district. We are already traveling all of India. From Uttar Pradesh, we have traveled to more central India, which is Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand. Then we moved to Maharashtra, Panchavati. Now we have moved toward Karnataka. That is a story of national integration also. So here, Ram and Lakshman met Sugriva and Hanumanji, and they're both telling the story to each other's life. And Prabhakar and Piyush and Shabnam, both of them have something very similar happening in their lives. Tell me, what are the two things happening very similar in their lives currently? Two things are very similar in their life. In the life of Sugriva and the life of Rama. They both are being away from their wives and both are being away from their kingdoms. Exactly. Thank you. Thank you. Both are away from their kingdoms and both are away from their wives. Ram is away from Ayodhya and away from Sita. Sita Mata is kidnapped. Bali has snatched Sugriva's wife and his kingdom also. Right? So they both try to team up that we will both help each other. We will both help each other. And what kind of partnership is this? Buddhadev, Amita, Prabhakar? When both are helping each other, both are getting benefited, what kind of partnership is there? Tell me a word for it. Symbiotic, that's a good word. Okay. Mutual, okay. Tell me an even more better management term. When both are winning. A partnership where both are winning, where both the partners are winning. What such a partnership is called? A cooperative. A win-win. Thank you. Look, Sandeep, thank you. Sukrit, thank you. Win-win. Exactly. And that's what my next leadership lesson is. Thoughtful win-win partnership, strategic partnership will take you places. Right, Sukrit? Right, Shruti? So, Shruti, if you and me enter into a partnership and only you are winning, I may not be interested for long. Right? And if only you I'm winning, you may not be interested. So that's why the partnership between Sugriv and Rama lasted long, because both were at advantage. That's why in life, make win-win partnerships. Don't keep asking for help from people. Keep helping them also. Right? Let me move on. Oh, let me show you a beautiful Hanuman temple, which is considered the birthplace of Hanumana in Hampi, Karnataka. In Kishkinda, basically. Kishkinda at that time in Karnataka of today. In Hampi district. Oh, sorry, Bellary district, which is also the remains of Vijayanagar Empire. Hampi is a beautiful place. Once the lockdown is over, you should travel to Hampi. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. Known for two things, the remains of Vijayanagar Empire and also the legends of Ramayana. Okay. Okay, now you know Rama helps Sugriv, kills Bali. Sugriv gets his kingdom back, gets his army back. Sugriv sent a lot of people in all the direction, in north, in east, in west, and south to search Mata Sita. The team towards south is the successful team. And Hanumanji finally crosses the sea. Hanumanji crosses the sea. So from Ayodhya, for marriage, Bhagwanji goes to Janakpur. Then during the exile to Prayag, to Chitrakoot, to Panchavati, to Kishkinda, and to Rameshwaram then. So Hanuman standing at the border of Rameshwaram. Let me ask you one more question. Let me ask you some questions. Tell me, find on Google Map quickly the distance between Ayodhya and Dhanushkoti. About 1,000 kilometers, 100 kilometers, about 500 kilometers, about 1050, or about 2,400 kilometers. What do you think is the distance between Ayodhya to Dhanushkoti means? Dhanushkoti is the place. It's around 2,400 kilometers, right? That's the massive distance Rama has covered during the Vanvasa. Okay, so Mata Sita was traced by Hanumanji. Hanumanji burns the Lanka, comes back in form, and then I'm sure you all know Ramasetu was built. Rama went there. There's a huge war, bigger war than the Mahabharata war. A lot of soldiers from both sides died, right? More loss to Ravana's side. His all sons, his all brothers died. One brother moved to Rama's side, Vibhishana, and finally Ravana is left with no one but himself. And in the end, it's the time for Ram and Ravana war. And the whole universe was waiting for it. Whole universe was waiting for it. Right, Shruti? Right? Prabhakar? Manik? Rama has taken the seventh birth. Vishnu has taken the seventh birth as Rama to destroy all the demons, to destroy Ravana, to destroy the negativity on earth. Right, Piyush? And let me tell you, Piyush, Ravana was not a normal enemy. He's not a roadside gunda. He's a very educated person. He was a knowledgeable person. He was a Gyata of Vedas. He was a Shiv Bhakt. He has earned a lot of powers. Vishwanathan Anand in one of the blogs wrote that it seems Ravana invented the game of chess. Ravana invented a lot of Vidas of Ayurveda, Arka Shastra. Ravana reverse engineered the Kubera's Pushpak Vimana and created a lot of aeroplanes. He was a scientist. You all know Shiv Tandav, Jatatavi Galav. He has written, sung, and danced on that song. Right, Himal? So he knows Vedas. He's a Shiv Bhakt. He's a scientist. He's a chemist. He's a musician. Is he a normal person? Aishwarya? Is he a normal enemy? No. Then what went wrong with him, Atul? Piyush? Sandeep? Tejasvi? What went wrong with him? Tanesh, his ego. See, Rama was also powerful. Ravana was also powerful. But the reason for acquiring those powers were very different. What was Rama doing with his powers? What was Rama doing with his powers? Rama was helping people. Rama was doing the welfare, Himal. But what was Ravana doing with his powers? Take somebody's wife, take somebody's kingdom, kill whoever you want to kill. He was using his powers for the wrong reasons, right? And this was a long-awaited war. 14 years when Rama came out of his kingdom. Lord Vishnu took seventh birth to destroy the negativity, all the demons, Ravana being at the top of the helm. Whole universe was waiting for this war. And arrows were going from both sides. These are nothing but missiles. Missiles were going from both sides. And it was not an easy war for Rama. Sometimes Rama was winning, sometimes Ravana was winning. In the end, Vibhishan told a trick. The lot of energy of Ravana lies in his navel. First dry his navel and then attack on his heart. Rama followed the advice, did the same, and Ravana fell flat on the ground. The mighty Ravana is dead. Right? It took time. It took 14 years for Rama. And it was a difficult life for Rama, Maitri, isn't it? All of you, can you close your eyes for just 2 minutes? I can't see you, but honestly, close your eyes for 2 minutes and just imagine Rama's life. Just imagine Rama's life. He was about to be the king of Ayodhya, of Kosala, and a day before he gets to know he has to go to jungle. He did not say a word. 12 years into the jungle, he lost his wife. His wife was kidnapped. He did not follow any unfair means. He did not run away to Ayodhya. During the war, he was almost killed twice. He was about to die twice. in the hands of Indrajit. So he lost his wife, he lost his kingdom, he lost his wife, he was about to lose his life. Do you think, Sandeep, our problems in life are bigger than these three problems? Anyone? Prabhakar? Do you think our problems are bigger than Rama's problem? He lost his kingdom, he lost his wife, he was about to lose his life. Can the pains bigger than Rama's problem? But did Rama cheat anytime? Did Rama took shortcuts? Did Rama lose his honesty? Never. But in the end, who won? In the end, who won? Rama won, and that's my most important leadership lesson, Aditya. That in the long run, good, the honest, and the truthful one wins. So whenever you are in trouble, Buddhadev, Mandar, Shruti, all of you, Aditya, whenever you are in trouble, right? Just think of Rama. Just think of Rama. He had a he had a tough life. He never lost his goodness. He never lost his honesty. He never lost his truthfulness. In fact, King Rama became Bhagwan Ram because of those 14 years. The grit and determination he has shown us and taught us in those 14 years. Right? So this is I think these are a couple of lessons from me. I do a lot of 6-day workshop. Maybe we can plan a longer one sometime. But again, I just want to know who's your favorite character from whole of Ramayana who you want to relate to. We have very many. Ram, Lakshman, Bharat, Shatrughan, Mata, Sita, Urmila, Shruti, Kekai, Dashrath, Vishwamitra ji, Vashishta ji, Ravana, Kumbhakaran, Jatayu, Shabari, Bhishan, Hanumanji, Sugriva, Bali, Tara. They're amazing characters. Who's your favorite? And I'll request the moderator, because I don't know people, at least take one or two people online who can talk to me and tell me why Sita is their favorite character, why Hanumanji, Ravana, Bharat, Lakshman, whatever they have written, why there is a favorite.
Sure.
Just take 2 or 3 people.
So anyone who wants to volunteer can turn on his video and can just type his name in the chat section.
Or maybe like Zoom, I'm sure there must be something to raise their hands, right?
Right. So people who are interested can type. Manik, just take the note of it.
Yeah.
Quickly, 1 or 2 people, quickly. So, I will
Yes.
spend.
Gitanjali, go ahead, please.
Go ahead,
Gitanjali.
Gitanjali.
So Gitanjali, who is your favorite character?
Hello, am I audible firstly?
You are audible.
Yes,
Who's your
Gitanjali.
favorite character?
Yes, you are.
My favorite character is Sita.
Why?
Well, I would like to take up a particular incident when they came out after the exile to Ayodhya, and when she was abandoned. She could have had, harsh feelings for Ram and for the other person, but she did those, and in fact, she was very supportive of Ram in that decision.
So she's accommodative and she was supportive of her. Okay. Anyone else want to contribute? Sandeep,
Hemal Pandey, please, you can go ahead.
Hemal Pandey. Who's your favorite character, Hemal?
Sir, my favorite character is Mata Sita because
Why?
I really admire her qualities. She waited patiently for Sri Rama, as well as she never had harsh feeling for anyone, not even the people who sent her to Vanvasa. She was open.
And very interesting, Hemal. The Vanvas was only for Rama. It was not for Sita and Lakshman. They volunteered to come. They could have stayed very well in the luxuries of Darshat Mahal, right? Or Kanak Bhavan. They chose to come, Hemal. Thank you for contributing that. One more name I can take. Then I'll move on. One more name.
Syed Haider Rizvi. You can go ahead.
Akshay Sharma, you can unmute.
I heard Syed's name first.
Yeah.
Syed name is first. Manik, let Syed go first.
Syed Haider Rizvi, you can.
Can only one person moderate? That'll be easy.
Yeah. Manik, you can just hold on for a bit. Syed, please go on.
So, Syed, who's your favorite character from Ramayana?
Thank you for letting me speak. Actually, it is Rama.
Okay. Rama is everybody's favorite, but what quality of Rama do you want to imitate, copy, or?
The striking one of the feature was that the day he was chosen to become the king, and after that sudden day, he was decided to send into exile. I was impressed by the patience, the level of patience that Rama had.
Exactly, exactly. And for Rama, he said, if you make me the king, I will act as the best king I can. If you send me to Vanvas, I'll make use of that. I'll not crib. And that's an amazing lesson, right? We keep looking till the time I get that position, I'll not be happy. Rama was happy if he would have been a king. Rama was happy as a Vanvasi. And in fact, I'll repeat myself. King Ram became Bhagwan Ram because of those 14 years. Do we pray King Dashrath as a god? No. Do we pray King Kush and Love and Kush as gods? No. They are good kings. We respect them, right? But we pray if Rama would have been only a king, maybe he would have been just a good king, because the kind of qualities, 16 qualities that Valmiki ji says he taught us in those 14 years of grit and determination, that makes us King Ram, Lord Ram. Okay, let me move on. Let me ask you one more question.
Sorry to interrupt you, sir. Just a small reminder that we have just few minutes left. So if you can, because we
Yeah,
have also to take questions, if it's possible for you.
we have how many minutes left?
Actually, sir, the session was a bit late, so if you can just extend a bit by, as per your convenience, sir. Just
So I'm fine. Yeah.
okay, so you're fine.
Yeah.
No problem. So you can go ahead.
Okay, so answer this question number 11 means, whom did Ravana insult and remove from his court for giving him the advice of following dharma? There was one person who was dharmic even in Ravana's court. Vibhishan, Meghnad, Mandodari, or Malyavana. Vibhishan it was. Vibhishan it was. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. One more question. Let me ask you one. Before I end, let me ask you one more question. Who killed Kumbhakaran? Who killed Kumbhakaran? Lakshman, Sugriva, Hanumanji, or Ram? Who killed Kumbhakaran, the brother of Ravana? 3, 2, 1. Rama. In fact, other than Ravana, Kumbhakaran is the only guy Rama had to come. Rama was otherwise strategizing. So Kumbhakaran was such a big. Rama has to come himself. Okay, one last question. One last question. Who was made the king of Lanka after Ravana's death? Did Ram and Lakshman capture it? Did Sugriva and Hanuman capture it? Vibhishan, Sugriva, Hanuman, and Lakshman. 3, 2, 1. Vibhishan it was. And this shows the foreign policy of Bharatvarsh as a country. Right? We never have territorial gains. Rama went there because adharma was happening here, not because of territorial ambitions that I will capture Lanka. Right? And this is still the policy. We have troublesome neighbors like Pakistan and China. Right? They keep attacking our territory, but we only respond. We never aggress first. Rama taught us then. Okay, let us see who came first. Let's see. Tom, if you can identify yourself.
Tom, you can type your real name in the chat section if you want.
Yeah, if you can write the real name, you can get a copy of my signed book on Yogi Adityanath. We have time. We will spend 3-4 more minutes. By the time,
Sure.
if you identify yourself, congratulations to whoever came as the name Tom. Okay, I think you have heard the story of Rama very quickly. You also know it. I request you to trace the Rama inside you and Ravana inside, especially the Ravana. And I want at least 4 people people who have not spoken till now to kill the Ravana within them in front of everyone. I know it needs courage. I want to break my Ravana. I'm learning Ramayana from last quite some time. I've been to Ayodhya. I did a lot of festivals in Ayodhya. I sat with a lot of scholars, and I did a lot of physical sessions. Right, a lot of my friends were asking from various countries that why don't you do the sessions online so that we can also attend your sessions. I was a little lazy, but Corona pushed me to do it online. Right. In fact, around a year back, Ganesh ji from Think India invited me to do an online session, and that's how the online session started. So my first session around a year back happened on the Think India platform, and after that, I have taught almost more than 10,000 people in almost 18, 19 countries. Right? So I want to kill my Ravana of laziness and procrastination. So I want to pick 3 names, anyone who want to kill the Ravana within them. Any Ravana quality which they want to identify and want to kill in front of everyone. I know it needs courage, and let's see who is the courageous one. And I
People can type
request
their name in the chat section if they want.
I request the moderator to take 2-3 names.
Sure. People, you can write your name in the chat section. Yeah,
Written
sure.
name.
Ayushman Pyasi, you can go ahead.
Ayushman, so what Ravana within you want to kill? Ayushman.
सर एक्चुअली सर रावणा क्वालिटी जो वैसे तो वो रावण में भी क्वालिटी नहीं होगी कि मैं बहुत ज़्यादा लेजी हूँ लाइक मेरे काफ़ी सारे एम्बिशन है और मैं काफ़ी कुछ करना चाहता हूँ बट एक लेजीनेस का फैक्टर आ जाता है कि मैं उसको काम को टाल देता हूँ कि हो गया यार नेक्स्ट टाइम कर लेंगे।
2-3 चीज़ बताता हूँ अगर आपको मारनी है तो राइट क्या पता आपके लिए काम करें। एक तो अपने खाने पे सुधार करिए मैं आई एम नो वन टू कमेंट व्हाट यू ईट एग्जैक्टली। फ्रेश खाना खाइए, जितना हो सके वेजिटेरियन खाना खाइए और जितना हो सके फ्रेश खाना खाइए। बहुत ज्यादा खाना मत खाइए, वो आपको लेजी बनने से हटाएगा। दूसरा, कम से कम अपने दिन में 1 घंटे 40 मिनट से 1 घंटे का योगा व्यायाम खेल कूद जरूर रखिए, वो आपको फ्रेश रखेगा। 2 चीजें कर लेंगे। पानी बहुत सारा पीजिए, दिन में जाड़ों में पानी कम पीते हैं, पानी बहुत सारा पीजिए। ये 3 चीजें आप करेंगे अगर, अच्छा फ्रेश खाना, राइट, और कम खाना। दूसरा, आधे से 1 घंटे योगा प्राणायाम एक्सरसाइज जिम खेल कूद। तीसरा, बहुत सारा पानी पीना, ये आपको फ्रेश रखेगा। और कोई?
Can we take one more?
We can take 2 more.
Okay, so Akshay, you can go. Please unmute yourself.
हेलो सर, अतिशयोक्ति कि जैसे मैं ही ये काम कर सकता हूँ, मैं, ये जो मैं शब्द है इसको
बहुत सुंदर कहा आपने। मैं गीता पे भी सेशंस बना रहा हूँ। गीता में तो सबसे ज्यादा यही है, जब कहते हैं कि भाई मैं अपने भाई बंधु गुरुदेव पितामह को कैसे मार सकता हूँ, तो आप नहीं कर रहे हैं, आपसे करवाया जा रहा है, आप केवल साधन मात्र हैं। तो हम सब, हमारी तो भारतीय संस्कृति की फिलॉसफी यही है दैट वी ऑल आर जस्ट इंस्ट्रूमेंट। सो आपसे कोई करवा रहा है, मैं नहीं हूँ। हाँ, वेरी ब्यूटीफुल थॉट अक्षय। एक और नाम हम ले सकते हैं, बाकी लोग हैं कमेंट में लिख सकते हैं।
We can take Aishwarya. Aishwarya, you can unmute yourself.
ऐश्वर्या,
हेलो सर।
बताएं ऐश्वर्या।
बैड क्वालिटी था ना, उसके पास बहुत नॉलेज था, पर वो उसमें क्या फॉल्ट था कि वो उसमें बहुत ग्रीड था कि वो बहुत महान है, ऐसा वो खुद को समझता था। सो हमें भी होता है ना, हम कुछ अचीव कर लेते और हम मतलब अपने आप को बहुत समझने लगते हैं कि हाँ वो चीज नहीं होनी चाहिए, एकदम ग्राउंडेड रहना चाहिए।
बहुत सुंदर बात करी आपने, बहुत सुंदर बात करी। मेरे पिताजी 2 साल पहले उनका निधन हुआ। वो एक, हमारे उत्तर प्रदेश का हूँ मैं, वेस्ट उत्तर प्रदेश का। वहां बोला जाता था, पिताजी बोलते थे अपने आप को ज्यादा तुर्रम खा मत समझो। तो आई थिंक यू राइटली सेड, हम लोग कुछ छोटा सा अचीव कर लेते हैं लाइफ में एंड वी स्टार्ट थिंकिंग दैट हमने क्या कर लिया है। एंड जितना ग्राउंडेड रहेंगे, ऐश्वर्या शायद अपने आप को म्यूट कर लेंगे तो अच्छा रहेगा। शोर आ रहा है। एवरीवन, कैन यू प्लीज म्यूट योरसेल्फ?
Yes.
ओके, ब्यूटीफुल। ठीक है, आई थिंक मेरी तरफ से किसी को कोई बड़ा प्रश्न है तो आई आस्क मॉडरेटर्स, दे कैन आस्क अ जनरल क्वेश्चन ऑन रामायणा or generally about anything. We can spend 3-4 more minutes.
Sir, I had a question for you because I've been seeing you in TV debates and in TEDx talks, and I've been following you for quite a while. So my question to you was that in XRY Jamshedpur, you delivered a TED talk.
Ji.
So, in which you that TED talk was titled "No School for My Son." So,
Ji.
in that TED talk, you projected your son Abhiram, who does open schooling, and who you also elaborated upon the Ramayana lessons he learns and how he interacts with people, and how open schooling with Ramayana can both inculcate a very good combination. So, what suggestion or what message do you want to give to the premier institutions or to the schools who don't focus on extracurricular activities, who just drive on the bookish knowledge, to infuriate or to just promote the concept of Ramayana among the students from an early age? So, what message do you want to give?
I think that's a good question. And the first thing I say, remove this extra from the word curriculum, right? There's nothing on extracurricular, right? If you tell that music is extracurricular to Lata Mangeshwar, right? What she will do? She will slap you, right? If you cricket is extracurricular to Virat Kohli or Sachin Tendulkar, they will slap you, right? So it might be extracurricular for you, but not for everyone else. So I think schools, colleges are too much focused to a limited curriculum, and that's what my idea to homeschool my son. I have two kids, one is 2, one is 7, and the son who is 7, he's never seen in a school, and he knows 3 languages. He speaks good Hindi, good English, good Telugu. He knows almost 20 states in India. He understands what Narendra Modi is or Yogi Adityanath is. He understands decent civics in India. He knows a lot of states of India. He plays chess. He plays music. He plays Carnatic music because he has a lot of time. He's not going to school. So that's the idea. And Ramayana lessons, I think they're part of our family. Whenever I don't follow any promise, he said, "Pran jai par vachan na jai." He counters me with a lot of Ramayana examples. We have a lot of gadas and swords. We do a lot of child's play, and we do small fights. And Ramayana is part of our life. And we are such a blessed culture with Ramayana, Mahabharata, Panchatantra, and that's the idea of Ramayana school. Then all the young people are like you. Keep reading their text and keep learning from the text. So I think that's my request to a lot of institutes. The students are attending from various institutes, various parts of the country. Read Ramayana yourself and make it a part of the curriculum. A lot of people feel it's a religious text. It's not. I'll tell you an example. A Buddhist country called Thailand, their Ramayana is the national book. It's called Ramakien. The kings are called Rama there. Rama 1, Rama 2, Rama 3. The current king is called Rama. Right? There's a city called Achyutya, which is Ayodhya. Indonesia, Islamic country, 88% Muslim people. Follow the legend of Rama. In Bali, in Indonesia, there's a huge humongous statue of Bhagwan Sri Ram with bow and arrow. There's a place called Yogyakarta in Indonesia where there's a Muslim group which is doing Ramayana ballet every single day from last 43 years. I doubt there is any place in India where Ram Leela happens every single day, 365 days. No, right? So Rama is...
Shantanu, with your permission, I'm really sorry to interrupt because of the paucity of time. Can we take just 2 more questions?
Yeah, sure.
If that suits you. So, 1 second. So we have a question. A lot of people criticize Lord Ram for exiling Mata Sita without understanding the context of the situation. How do we explain this situation to them? So Divyanshi Jain ka question hai.
So Divyanshi, that's a most debated question. There are two, three incidents in Ramayana which is most debated. One is Bali Vad, which Rama did hiding behind the tree, right? And one is exile for Mata Sita, and even the Agni Pariksha of Mata Sita. See, all of you, we all have a lot of dharmas. So I, as a married person, has a dharma towards my parivar. I, as a citizen of country, has a dharma towards my country. I, as a son of my parents, have a dharma towards my parents, my matar dharma. And these dharmas are clashing at times, right? My citizen dharma, my dharma for my country, my desha dharma may clash with my parivar dharma. My parivar dharma, my this parivar dharma, my immediate family now, that may clash with my matar dharma, right? And in this clashing dharmas, we have to find out what you want to uphold. So Rama was held with 2 choices: parivar dharma or raj dharma. He knew that Sita Mata is pure, but that wasn't the perception. If he would have saved Mata Sita, people would have said, "Oh, Rama had different rules, one for Sita, one for normal people." Right? For him, he wanted to uphold the Raj Dharma more than Parivar Dharma, even at the loss of Mata Sita. And nobody can divide the divine love between Ram and Sita. There are more than 50 shlokas in Valmiki Ramayana where you talk about, where Valmiki just talk about the deep love between Ram and Sita, deep respect between each other, how they helped each other during those 14 years. Right? So there is no point discussing that Rama pushed her out. It was as painful as it is for us as readers of Ramayana. Right? It almost like Dashrath. Dashrath died after out of sadness when he sent Ram to Vanvas, but he has to follow the promise. For him, Raja Dharma was bigger than Parivara Dharma, for Putra Moho. And same with Rama. He knew Mata Sita is pure, but he said, I want to apply the same rule. Just to establish Dharma, he has sacrificed his Parivara Dharma, Parivara Sukha. That's my answer.
Okay, so yes, so we can take just one more question. So Bhuvnesh Bansal has a question. Sir, I have a question. Rama becomes the sacrifice of the other people also, but in today's world, we all are only self-concerned. So is it possible to follow Lord Rama's path?
I think it is. And we following Indian culture, Indian civilization, all the more, right? That this body is just an instrument for you to live this life. Soul is eternal. Then it will go in another life, right? So you're just playing a role. Play it to the best. Right? And Gita gives you far more better answers for this. Okay, I think this is a longish conversation. Hopefully some other time we'll get more time to talk about this and keep doing the ramayana-school.com. Go and check website. There are a lot of articles, a lot of videos on our YouTube channel. You can check them. They are all free of cost available. A lot of games, a lot of crosswords, a lot of puzzles on Ramayana. We're making more courses. So thank you, Think India, for having me. And people can share their feedback quickly on the chat so that
so all participants must fill this feedback form for Good Governance Week certificate. So the form is in the chat section. So please, delegates, please just fill this form. So at the end, I would like to give the vote of thanks, as always, to Shantanu ji for coming to Think India regularly and guiding us and being the guiding light for all of us and educating us about the intricacies of the Ramayana. And Ganesh ji, Mrityunjay ji, Shivam ji, Pratik ji, Pradyum ji, and Aditya ji. And lastly, to the audience, because for being so patient and so energetic and the educative audience. So thanks again, Shantanu ji, for coming and educating us. It's a pleasure.
Thank you, Aditya. Thank you, Think India. Thank you, everyone, for having me. Hope our paths will cross sooner than later. Thank you.
So you can show your book also to our readers.
So in fact,
so they can get an idea.
Fortunately, I was with Yogi ji yesterday in Lucknow. I just flew back to Lucknow. So these are my, if you can see, these are in all the languages, right? You're able to see, right? So my book has come already in English, Hindi, Marathi, Kannada, Tamil, Gujarati, and Malayalam. I wrote the original copy in English, and if you give me a second, I'll pick the book.
Sure, sir, sure.
This is a copy of my book, which is called The Monk.
I read it. It's totally superb.
Thank you. Now, some people are interested in making a web series on it. Hopefully, it will come soon, and we can watch the life of Yogi Adityanath on screen. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. And I would recommend all our viewers and all our readers to read the book Monk Who Became the Chief Minister, and also Uttar Pradesh Vikas Ki Pratiksha Mein, because you can get a very great insight on the UP politics, and you can learn a lot from Shantanu ji, as always. So thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Ji. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
All participants are requested to please fill the feedback form.
Participants, please fill the feedback form just to avail the certificate,
which is provided in the chat box, so that you can avail the course certificate.
So Manik, can we leave or we have to be here.
Yeah, Aditya, you can leave, and
Okay, okay.
I'll end the meeting in 5 minutes.
Okay,
Just
so
because the participants can have some more time for filling the feedback form.
sure, we'll do one thing, Manik. We'll ask the participants, जितने लोग भी आप सर्टिफिकेट आप जो फॉर्म भर रहे हैं, आप अपना नाम लिख के चले जाइए. डन लिख दीजिए तो हम लोग उससे टैली कर लेंगे. So thank you once again, chat and audience, for such a wonderful session. Thank you.